movie starts with a C and ends with an R? Oh, we're live. All right. Well, you guys can think about that during.
I need the people to know how curated your bullshit is. I need
It
everyone
is
to know that you were silent and ready to go until they said live, and then you came up with your own bullshit.
Yeah.
correct. You are 100%. Yeah. I mean,
Amazing.
let's be fair. Anyone who has seen my TikTok account knows how truly curated my bullshit
This
is.
is true.
Yeah, fair.
So greetings, fellow humanoids, and welcome back to our curious corner of this digital ethereoscape. This evening's eclectic collection of characters includes Nerdy Teacher and Meguins, Nimue of Avalon, and Jinma of Cascadia, Zack of Dixie, and me, ScreenCap, all together, all at the same time, all in the same like electronic room, as we play out the 61st session of the Wild Mount campaign known as Mountain of Mystery. Our stream is supported by the extraordinary generosity of our personal patrons, Lady Gwen and Aquila122301, as well as all of our fantastic subscribers, past and present, both here and on Patreon, the moral support of Hexwood Creations, and the newly launched TTRPG swag line Dead Arcana, and all of our phenomenal viewers. We have also been supported by a group of wonderful sponsors, including Dark Crescent Studios, who I believe at least one of us has a big old chunky D20 from, Misty Mountain Gaming, the Orsak Narrative Universe, and of course, our very own incomparable sticker mistress, the proprietor of the Ocrit booth on Etsy, where all manner of nerdy paraphernalia can be acquired. And all of their links and information will be posted in the chat. Tonight, we will in turn be lending our support to an amazing member of the community who has been enduring an ongoing medical tribulation after sustaining an injury a few months ago. And that situation has unfortunately also created a mountain of medical debt. A spot fund has been created to help ease that financial burden, and that link will be provided in the chat over the next few hours. So anything that anyone feels compelled to contribute to that cause will be immeasurably appreciated. Did anybody else have any announcements or anything in the middle of my screed?
Happy early Halloween, since next
Uh,
Saturday won't be Halloween season anymore.
Spooky,
Correct.
spooky.
That is true.
That's true. We could, well, I was gonna say we could pop on late because last Halloween we actually did have a Halloween special,
That's true, we did.
and I DM'd it. That's weird.
What?
That's fine.
How about that?
We'll have to see.
Well, with the keeping of the house officially completed, I will serve as your acting chaos coordinator this evening as I attempt once again to wrangle this rambunctious band of ne'er-do-wells here tonight. And where are we at? Yeah, I'm gonna do it this way.
I suppose.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
There we go. There we go.
I
I'm gonna be
want.
slightly less rambunctious than usual. I'm kind of sick.
That's fair. I'll try to make up for it. Let's see here. I'm doing like the old man thing. There we go. Okay.
My uncle did that.
Okay. That's ridiculous. Having acquired lodging for the party at the Twin Moon Saloon by recounting the tale of the very first time she had met her now deceased boyfriend 4 years ago, our tiefling retreated upstairs to recuperate while our cleric shared a drink with our new acquaintance. Our monk headed out for his customary run, and our ASMR joined our tabaxi outside on the porch for a much needed conversation, apologizing for his occasionally insensitive humor and assuring her that she is herself as much a victim of her own wild magic, which we now understood to be a curse placed upon her bloodline generations ago by a vengeful and fickle archfey as anyone else affected by it. Considering that death is sometimes a merely temporary inconvenience, the two recalled having already revivified our own druid, as well as the Genasi Ronin, who had helped us to recover the silver dragon egg and Isocross, whose facial disfigurements had in fact been fully healed by a surge of the sorcerer's wild magic. Our ASMR assured her that he would remain by her side through any danger they might face, and the two then headed back inside the saloon, where they discovered the mists of the twin chandeliers swirling through the room as our new acquaintance recounted a story of his own. They felt their minds slip into the events of that story itself, experiencing several moments from the changeling's past through both his perspective and that of his dangerously attractive and powerful paramour, including a demonstration of the woman's ability to instantaneously satisfy the avarice of her clientele of her gaming hall, an assault on the casino that led to the destruction of an impossible dream, and a poignant a poignant parting of ways that resulted from it. With the conclusion of the cleric's tale, the mists retreated, leaving our sorcerer and our rogue with a greater understanding of our new acquaintance and one another. And that is where we pick up in the saloon after stories and memories and, well, we haven't gotten to sleep mares, oh my. Currently, Sado is out and about. Is Sado just running? And I was a running.
How long have I been running for?
How
Based
long
on
will it take
how
to
long
tell the
it's
story?
All your
based on
life,
how
my
long it's
child.
been. I was just gonna say, based on how long it's been since we've played, you've been running for 3 weeks.
I mean,
You
with
now
both
know this.
certain things, it's probably been like an hour.
Yeah,
Fair.
hour two. Yeah, because you
I'll
left
come back.
after Kahlan's story. Okay.
Pretty.
Okay, yeah. I'll throw there was you did reach as you got toward the western side of the city. It's not. Oh, okay. You're on the. I'll actually put up here on roll 20. We now have a. Come on over there. That's sort of there's some. It's not quite perfect, but that's sort of what you got. What Sado saw, not from the aerial view, unless he was using Step of the Wind a few times. That is a fair representation of the city. It is missing the gorge. So towards the western side of the city, some fields as you were moving along the Emberstone Trail, there was a point where there was a very well constructed stone bridge over like a 60-foot gorge or so, and a stone like wall along the edge of the gorge. Like, hey, safety rails. But you're going back to the saloon. Um, where is everyone else at this point? Because Kahlan had already gone upstairs. She's like, I'm fucking tired and I'm going upstairs. I think Cash had been sitting with Will because he was promised a drink. And then Will was telling his story. And then Laz and Prince were coming inside and got sucked up into the story. So that's sort of where, at this point, it would have been Will, Cash, Laz, Prince, Sado coming in.
Prince is looking at her hands to make sure that they're back to pause. Like,
Let's
okay,
see. Ooh.
that was weird.
Oh, you got your paw pads back. Cool.
She checks to make sure her tail's still there.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Yep. Still got
I'm sorry,
the dark gray spot.
They were coming inside, and they got sucked up. What kind of establishment are we in again?
Yes. No, that's the other place. Will could tell you all about that place.
Yeah, I'll let I had very kind of subtly between myself and the bartender put up a spell like a barrier in an attempt for no one else to hear the story, which I learned later is why the story was told to everybody so drastically. But in an attempt to keep it to myself and form of payment, I'll let that kind of spell slide and sit back and sip my whiskey.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I made the let's see here. Did I move everybody? Okay, yeah. I made the bartender. I think I inadvertently just described her as who is the bartender in the like early seasons of Vox Machina, or not the bartender, the magic shop owner, the just big burly redheaded Goliath woman.
Silence.
Nope.
I love it. I think that was how I
Don't
described her. It's not her. This is. I'm going to put her on top of Will, because especially nice. A dust genasi. So I feel like Cash at least picks up a genasi heritage, but this is not a genasi that I don't think anybody else would have seen ever on the material. Hey, shrinky baby.
Crazy shit's not questioned.
Did you say dust or dusk?
So fun thing, I ran as I was typing in dust with a T. Yes, dust. So Yeah, well, I don't know that she's going to get into her family heritage, but her parents are an Earth Genasi and a Wind Genasi, and she actually has a half sister who is a God, what is she? A lightning Genasi, something like that. Because as the elements mix, you wind up with these secondary and tertiary variations. So I assume there's a Dusk Genasi, like say a Dusk Genasi and a Drow had a child. Now you've got a Dusk Genasi.
So is
Now
her
you're just
theme
making
song
puns.
Sandstorm by Darude?
Oh, you guys
Correct.
aren't out there yet. When you go out there, I mean, if you go out there, you'll roll perception, and if you roll nat 20, you'll hear.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Right?
Laz? I think Laz is going to pop one of his. He's probably he's going to order a drink, and when he gets his drink, he's going to take one of. I believe he has two. It's two or three. One of his potions of watchful rest, and just sort of pour it in there like it's the extra top off. So he's going to remain in the common room through the. I think he probably says that too. He's like, I'm going to stay here overnight. And the bartender's like, looks at Will and is like, overnight?
They keep saying this. I don't know what it means.
Like, it's the knights are the town guard? No, I don't know.
You're not standing on them. I know that much. I looked.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one I've ever been over, and I'm over him.
Oh,
Does
congratulations.
Prince hear this conversation?
I mean, if you come up to the bar,
Nah. She's still confused as to what's happening.
yeah.
I'll turn and look at the folks, our folks, who are just kind of around in the bar and go, so, where do we go from here? What is it you're looking for at this point? What do you want?
To go
Well, there's
home?
beds upstairs. We're working on it. I know we have to do some grades.
Oh, you mean more like immediate?
Yes.
Somewhere comfy to relax, I guess? Like, they're probably going to bed. I don't sleep.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh shit.
fascinating. Well, care for a drink?
Alcohol and wild magic don't mix very well.
What's wild magic?
I never had to put it in words before. It's when you try to cast a spell and something occasionally goes wrong. Sometimes very badly.
Oh, so like when you're learning.
Kind of. But it's just... yeah, I guess. I guess I could just always be learning. It's not like I did the spell wrong, it's just my magic doesn't want to work in the right way.
No, it's not like you did the spell wrong, it's just that the intention and the flow of your energy went to the wrong place, like when you're learning. Am I wrong?
No, I just never thought of it that way.
Oh,
I'd rather
Something to-
like that explanation.
something to think on, I guess.
No, just some milk would be fine.
Very well. And I turn to the barkeep and wave to her
Although-
for some milk.
What animal does it come from here? Please tell me it comes from an animal.
Oh yes. It's almond milk.
I said, tell me it comes from an animal, and you say, yes, it's almond milk. Wait a minute, what? Are
Right,
almonds
yeah.
animals here?
Yes. Well, most Mons are, not all Mons.
God damn. I hear Zack talking, and I can't hear him through here, by the way. Is he talking?
No.
Not
Okay.
through here. I did not mean to abandon you guys there for a second, but y'all just saw the moment of the DM going, Arch. Everything's freaking's fine.
I was muted like a dumbass. I was gonna say he could save this by saying, the cow out back's named Almond, or he could get kind of
Yeah.
weird with the barkeep's name is Almond.
I'll take some
I
almond
mean-
milk, sure. Like,
There we go. Yes.
I still am not quite sure what kind it's going to be, but we'll see if it tastes good.
Yes, it's unsweetened, but
Oh, yeah, I'll take it.
Well, we can do. She'll do prestidigitate. She gets the. She does not go under the. I don't know what kind of refrigeration we have. It's a cabinet of colding.
Yep.
Brings it out, pours it out. You don't like it? So you like it? Okay, it does prestidigitation to give it the level of sweet that you're looking for.
Ooh, thank you.
As the DM scrambles. Yeah. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. I forgot you don't sleep. This is.
It's fine. She's in a mood as it is. She's gonna take her drink and find a comfy corner and not talk to people.
Okay.
The introvert's gonna introvert. That's what it is.
This is gonna work. This is gonna work. So is everyone else still in the common room, or Kahlan's fully? Kahlan, roll con just to see how bad you're snoring.
Oh, ew.
You're like, not too bad. I'm actually sleeping pretty hard right now.
Kahlan, you're muted. Okay.
I was checking my con. That is a 10.
Oh, okay. So you're just having those every now and then, like not like the full buzzsaw, just every now and then, a little bit of a catch.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you probably just passed out. Is anyone else going to one of the rooms? Because you were given 4 rooms for Kahlan's traumatic backstory. Nope, they're like, fuck it, we're staying here in the lobby.
Can you guys hear him?
Yeah,
You're who?
I don't have particular need to.
I guess Sado and Cash, that was directed towards you.
I hear him. I feel like shit. I'm trying to make a decision.
No worries.
Cash is like, I'm gonna sleep here on the bar. No, I gave you room.
Yeah, no, he'll go up to a room and go fucking bed. Because that's what I want to do right now.
It is fully light still, like mid-morning-ish light. You can close all the windows, but it's like it's afternoon. Will does know. There's a couple different names for these items, but Will knows that there's a thing called an antern that you light the wick on it, and it creates darkness. It sucks up light.
Yeah. As you guys start to go upstairs,
I get it.
like going to bed, I'll be like, light the stick next to the bed if the light's too much for you.
Sado comes in
Sounds
through
like-
the front door, or the bar, whatever, dripping.
He comes in through the bar, just cooling man's his way in.
He is dripping with sweat, heaving irrationally.
Oh, there's somebody in chat that's into that.
This environment. It's much different than Wildmount. The air is so thick. I could almost run on it. Please tell me you have some water.
Oh yes. She will get water. I think there's actually a room that she'll go she goes into she's like, yep. Gotta be careful in the desert. The bartender brings water in a Sado-sized mug. Like Goliath, bigger mug. It's the big gulp.
Thank you. It is much appreciated.
Absolutely. Sweetened or unsweetened?
It's water. It's fine as it is.
Excellent.
What does sweet water taste like?
Mio.
Lemonade.
Oh, you mean like
Gatorade.
whatever you want, honestly.
It tastes like beer because that's actually a brand of beer.
Sweet water.
It's hummingbird food.
For that.
Fair.
Yeah, all the Kanku in the tavern drink that.
Oh man, no, that's not this town. Damn, I should have said, do you want the well water or the creek water? No, but that was a different town. Did you guys? I can save that. I can actually use that because you guys never looked into that.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Well, now you gave us a spoiler.
I'm not gonna remember.
Titty.
What? All right. So, I mean, Kahlan's asleep. He's the only one asleep. You guys are making this tough. Go bed.
She doesn't know about the candle though, so like if anybody comes into her room, they're gonna see her having taken like a cloth and draped it over her horns.
She has her
Great.
own
Shadow.
curtain.
Uh-huh.
Well, remembering that I hadn't told Kaylin and all of this, I'll go up to her room and like gently knock before walking in.
She wakes up. I was trying to see how asleep she was. Yeah, she wakes up. And says, who is it?
It's Will. I
She'll-
just
She opens the door, but she's definitely got one of the daggers in her hand.
I
She
just
opens
wanted
the door.
I just wanted to inform you about the little wicked stick by your bed. If it's too bright in here for you, light it. It'll help. I'll just walk away.
She's like, okay. And just closes the door. What a strange person.
So yeah, when if you do light that wick, yep, it the way that just the exact inverse of when you light a candle up here in the material plane, instead of the oxidizing agent being oxygen, the oxidizing agent here is light, and so it sucks up the light as fuel, and it's sort of like you can almost the way that a regular candle would create that glow, you can sort of see it like shrink down, and the darkness sort of creates those shadows.
It takes her 6 minutes to finally be like, ugh, fine, I'll try the thing. Because she's like, why would I light a candle if it's too bright?
And then she's sitting there, she goes, I was already asleep. You woke me up to tell me how to fall back asleep. And now I can't fall back asleep because I'm like, why would I light a candle to fall back asleep?
Yep. Takes her 6 minutes before she finally gives in.
Amazing. Was anyone else long resting? Because I think the idea was, because I think Prince had said when you guys had taken the deal with Mark, was that you guys wanted to rest up before you attempted this.
I'm good.
Cash
just can't
passed
see
out
it.
face down while still in his armor. Just, okay.
Love it. That's amazing.
And I think Sado's doing the same thing, but he's taking up the entirety of the top of the table as his whole torso lays upon it.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
You good over there, Sado?
So you're sleeping in the dining room?
I'm fine. Just this weather, climate takes
I
it
would
out of you. Yeah.
I would recommend, if you want a moment, there's a room upstairs that's been paid for. You'll find more comfort there.
Sado sits up straight. I'm fine.
Alright.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you happy.
Okay then.
You odd little ducks.
What would be
I love
bad is if with all the other weird opposite shit, if we got upstairs, like, it's like a bed of needles and shit, it's all like the opposite of comfort because of opposite day, everything fucking else.
It looks so fluffy and so soft, and you lay down, and it is literally like laying on asphalt. No.
That would suck.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so Kahlan, Cash, and Sado are the only ones who have taken the bait. I mean, gone to sleep. That's fine. I can work with it. So,
He's full asleep, but he looks like he's meditating while he's sitting in his chair.
like it. Perfect. So, we'll start there. That's where, interesting, that's where I actually did start it. So, Sado, you actually, because you're meditating, you actually don't remember falling asleep. But there's this weird, I always try to figure out a way to describe it, and this is me personally, that weird moment where you switch from being awake to dreaming. And there's not this transition moment. Like you're in the dream, and in the dream you felt like you've been in the dream the whole time. And oh, that's not where that was supposed to go, and that's fine. There we go. I should probably go there too. There we go. But you find yourself at the edge of a small clearing of trees near a creek as the sun begins to set, and you recognize it without much difficulty. This is the place where you and your party made camp in the Feywild after your confrontation with the pack of displacer beasts. And you find yourself back in the moment after Prince had helped you to clean the blood off your hands. I don't think I have you guys where you were. You, I think you and Prince, we'll put you like, there you go.
Okay.
This was after you described to her the internal struggle that you were dealing with that you don't understand, and the rage that you feel building inside and threatening to overwhelm you. Prince, because I forgot that you don't know how, that you don't sleep anymore.
I don't know how to sleep.
You
Well,
don't know, you forgot how to, yes, go ahead, Sado.
She also used her goggles on me to find that bit.
That's right. Yep. Prince, I'm gonna say that the way that this works is, and because this is a thing, this is sort of how I've envisioned this, is you feel this like mental pull, but like pull is almost too much of a word for it. It's like this tickling at the back of your head, and it's Sado. Weirdly, you know it's Sado. You recognize it, and it's this tether that's like pulling you towards something going on with Sado. Would you like to ignore it or see what happens?
No, she'll follow it.
So then, in that moment, that changes this a little bit, but you don't remember falling asleep. But you find yourself sitting with Sado at the edge of a small clearing of trees near a creek in the Feywild. Back in that moment after you looked into his soul with your glasses and you saw that smoldering golden ember, unlike anything you'd ever seen in him before. And while neither of you understood what you had seen or what to do about it, he had thanked you for your help and for your words, and you had assured him that you and your party would be there for him no matter what. And then the two of you turn around and head back to your bedrolls in that clearing, and you both remember that this was when you noticed something was a little off. You remember that this was when you found everyone who was lying down, Aja, Kahlan, Laz, and Cash, all completely covered in vines. And as you approach this campsite again, you see that's not the case this time. This time you find everybody awake, gathered around the campfire that's giving off a light more red than orange. Whether it's the wood that you guys used or the chemical composition of the Feywild, it is weirdly beautiful. Kahlan, I feel like you should remember falling asleep, but you don't remember that moment that you fell asleep. But you find yourself gathered around a campfire that's giving off a light more red than orange, and for a moment you remember being completely covered in vines. But then Prince and Sado return from the edge of that small clearing of trees near the creek, and you decide that had to have been me. You listen to this incredibly talkative halfling tell about 3.5 overlapping and intersecting stories at once. And as Mazikeen drifts nearby in her ethereal form, you realize you've never actually seen a swirling wisp of energy preen itself before. Will has also decided not to sleep. So Will, when you roll perception. Yeah, roll perception. Is Meg talking and I just can't hear?
26. No, I was making it happen. It just took me a second to get to my character sheet. 26.
26. You don't feel a specific pull on you, but you recognize what happened with. I like to think that Sado there's a little snore, and so you're like, oh yeah, no, he's out. And then you see Prince have that moment of like maybe just a little head nod towards him and like that little furrow, like there's something going on, and then just sort of her face goes completely relaxed as she sort of gives into that moment. And yeah, with a 26, you can kind of reach out to that because there is now this tether between the two of them that's sort of feeding back and forth. And you feel it there, and you feel like if you strummed it, you might be able to hear the music it's making.
Why not? We're all here. Let's do it.
Will, you distinctly remember falling asleep because that's a moment you chose to make. This is a moment of disengagement from the world. And it's sort of like when your ears pop, but for you, it's like underneath your mind. And you find yourself in a place that you have never been before because you're pretty sure this place doesn't actually exist. The texture of reality is wrong. The air is wrong, and the light is wrong, and the colors are wrong. They are weirdly beautiful, but they're wrong. And as you listen to this incredibly talkative halfling tell about 3.5 overlapping and intersecting stories at once, you realize that the sun is setting and the night is falling. And And that sentence does not make sense to me. It's like, it hits you like an intrusive thought. And I'm gonna... That was perception. I don't want to make you roll insight again. Roll insight.
Jesus Christ, that's a 29.
That's amazing. Because you chose to do this, so you went into this with eyes wide open. You don't understand this notion of this thing called the sun as a source of light, or of this thing called night as a time when this thing called the sunlight temporarily goes into hiding. But sitting around this campfire with these people in this darkening clearing, you understand that the tiefling understands it, and the Goliath understands it, and the Tabaxi understands it. And you realize that the reason that the reality here feels wrong is because this is the texture of their understanding ebbing around you. It's similar to a less structured version of the feeling you have when the mists of the chandeliers in the saloon spread out when someone is telling a really mesmerizing tale. And so you pick up that you're basically, given that you sort of have a decent understanding of what you are, even if you don't have a context in which to understand it, you're picking up how they understand things. So you know the sun is a source of light. You don't know, your world doesn't have a sun that provides light to it, and you know the night. So when Prince was explaining it to you, you're like, oh, that's what she was talking about. Doesn't make sense, but at least now I understand. At least that they understand.
Looking around, do I see them? Are they just understand? Do I have an understanding of them, or are they here?
As everyone is on the map right now, that is what you see. That is what everyone
Fair
on that
warning,
map.
I cannot.
Yes.
I cannot
Okay.
look at Roll20 without the video going fucking crazy.
Fair enough. So we've got Kahlan, Prince, Sado, Laz, Trouble, and Will on that map, all around that campfire. Everyone in that circle, in that little flickering corona, can see everyone else, and all sort of had that moment of, you know where you're at. Will doesn't know. Although, probably with that understanding of the sun and the night, you're like, oh, this is them. I got pulled in. I fucking played the string of their connection, and this is I got pulled into here. The rest of you are like, yeah, we got pulled back into here.
What?
Does it
everybody
feel to
doing?
us like it's correct? Prince is gonna be elated if she feels like she's back where she should be, or does it feel off still?
Everyone roll insight, and Sado roll at advantage.
Okay.
Other than Will, because Will kind of knows where he's at now.
My first official roll using Dark Crest Studios dice. Blech, I cannot talk today.
Say that 10 times fast.
That is a 2 plus 2.
Say it 10 times fast. You can't say it 1 time slow.
Right?
What was Kahlan's? I think Kahlan rolled less than
I rolled
good
a
also.
9. I rolled a 3 plus 6.
Oh boy.
So a 2 and a 3. I love this.
And you said I got to roll at advantage, correct?
Yes.
And then I got 16. Instead of
16.
5.
No. Man, the dice didn't want you guys to know. Sado.
Only 2 for cash.
Okay. Sado the moment that you guys were walking back to the camp and you had that memory of like, this is where I found everybody in vines, everybody covered in vines. And there was probably that like instinct of like, oh, wait, I know what's going to happen. I need to go and save them. And you got there and everybody was sitting around and Trouble's troubling. She's telling her story. It kind of clicked that you're like, this isn't, it's
Why
not,
does it feel
it's
like
not
I've
a
been here before?
Right. It's not a memory, exactly, because you are now beyond the point where that would have been a memory and things are different. So he said, so Sado said, why do I feel like I've been here before?
Yes.
Everyone else, and everyone sitting around that campfire hears that.
And we don't feel like we've been here before?
With twos and with a 2 and a 3,
Did the bird or did the halfling respond to that? Can the halfling hear us?
Well,
yeah,
Cash
do you
got
say
a
that-
22.
He did.
So does he know?
Well, that's a weird thing because none of you see Cash there.
Oh yeah. I didn't look at the screen.
It's okay.
Where's Cash?
And did Sado say, "Why do I feel like I've been here before?" Like for everyone to hear? Because Trouble
I
would
mean,
absolutely have responded.
he didn't look at anybody specifically, but he said it out loud. Pretty much, I guess, while he's looking at his hand and then the fire, and looking at the fire through his fingers as he holds his hand spry.
Would Trouble like to respond to that? Because Trouble absolutely would. I don't know if you have something you want Trouble to respond with.
As Trouble, where the fuck are we? Would I know is going to be the other question.
Would Trouble would know, but see, okay. So we're gonna use your 29, Will. Trouble absolutely responds, and like there's. She doesn't really respond with confusion because I don't think she really responds with confusion ever. Although maybe she responds with confusion always.
Constantly.
Yeah, but it's like an embracement of confusion. It's like, this is confusing, so here, let's do all of these things. And is kind of like, yes, we've always been here. I don't know what you're talking about. We've been here this whole time. And Will. So Sado has spoken. Kahlan has spoken. Yeah, everybody's spoken, right?
Will hasn't said anything.
Okay, so Kahlan, Prince, and Sado have spoken, and Trouble has spoken. Everyone else's voice has the timbre of it sounds familiar to you. Like it sounds the way it sounded when you were awake. Trouble's voice has this muted quality to it. And with that 29 insight, you actually pick up that she is constructed of dreams, of this stuff. The other people here are here. These are minds. The talkative halfling is like the campfire, is like the trees, is a set piece here that's been inserted by the minds that are here.
I take it this is your other companion.
Oh, right. Yeah, you two haven't met yet.
Or still.
How?
Your friend
Wait.
is not here. Not really.
Oh, I'm right here.
What?
Wait, what was her new voice at that point? Kind of like a little Mama
It's just
K?
straight up my voice.
Oh, Okay.
That is making Prince freak out internally.
Your friend's not entirely here. To be
I've never been
frank,
entirely
That's
here.
rude to say. Just because you think someone's not entirely all up here.
no, not what I meant. I meant physically. I meant that is not your friend. That is a construction of your friend from your own mind. The more you
Insight
know,
check. Kahlan rolled a 3, so she's insight checking that because she's like, what?
Could I re-roll my insight check with advantage because I just kind of did this in the dream in the previous session?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. That's right. Yep.
18 for me.
18. There you go. Yep.
14. As good as it's gonna get for her.
That's right. I guess we'll roll persuasion because you're telling the truth. And trouble, and I love the idea. Trouble is fully this trouble is fully like you've told this individual a lot about me. Like he knows, he literally just met me and he knows I'm not all here. Of course.
Persuasion. 14 + 9 is 25.
Ah. Will is absolutely genuine.
I'm telling you what I see these.
Look, this is
To be quite frank, none of us are
Will.
entirely here, but we're more here than she is.
Correct.
I'm so confused. Where is
Dreams.
here then if I know I've been here. I am
Well,
here.
You would. It's the way of dreams. You have sleep, darling. I told you about. I told you how to light the darkness not that long ago. You're asleep.
She just kind of looks at the other party members like, is this what's happening?
I don't sleep. What are you talking about?
That also
Left
might
in
be
weeks.
my fault. That's
Saying that out loud sounds
shockingly unhealthy.
Basically.
Same. Oh, you're in college, Prince. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
No, we're not talking about my real world right now. Shush. If you like sleep, don't go to grad school. But that also might be my fault. There was, I touched something that maybe should have been left alone. But suffice to say, you're asleep.
You touched something and now I'm asleep. What the? Context is important, but moving on.
I'm gonna do.
Everything that you're saying is true. What the hell is happening then?
And where is Cash? All of us are here except for him.
That's a phenomenal question.
I will have Prince roll an introspection check. We did that before. It is insight plus. Oh shit! So that's insight plus your charisma modifier, and you're a fucking sorcerer, so that's gonna be interesting.
Well, good thing my wisdom is my dump stat. Balances out. Okay. Okay, Dark Crescent. Second try. Fuck! The second 2 in a row.
Oh no! Well, we got all the bad
That's a
rolls
9.
You know what? What Will is selling, it makes sense. In as much as anything in this place makes any sort of sense at all.
I've spent years with Aja at this point. You know, it is what it is. Just like, okay, sure. So, where are we? Why are we here? What should we do?
Kahlan asked where Cash was. Right before I bump, we're gonna do this. Laz turns to Kahlan, and then kind of looks around the campfire, and is like, "That is an excellent question. And as he's saying that, you see his left hand is down here, scritching, and I like telling this through Will's perspective. Pull it up to the layer. You see his left hand is just scritching on the side of this creature curled up between Laz and Kahlan, this large, six-legged creature with sleek ebony fur and a pair of long tentacles emerging from the shoulder and actually sort of curling around, just sleeping in the grass in this campfire, in the light of this campfire. And Cash. Let's move this. You don't remember falling asleep, Cash.
The fuck?
No, I don't.
Oh shit.
But as you sink, well, okay, I should have probably pulled that. That's fine. As you sink into unconsciousness, you feel the current of a dream swirling around your mind, like a heavy snowfall. And the texture of the dream and that current is unfamiliar. And you're aware now, because of the way your father repeatedly manipulated the fabric of your dreams. You've learned to recognize the sensation of an outside influence, and that's what you're feeling. But in the same way that you can learn to differentiate the cadence of one person's footsteps from someone else's without actually seeing them, you know this isn't your father, and you get the sense this is not even intentional. So, do you attempt to hold out that current? Please say no, because, well, I mean, you can say no, but...
I'm sorry, what do you mean by hold out the current?
So you feel this swirling around your mind. You feel like in the same way that you now sort of remember when Jean would mess with your memory, would mess with your dreams. You kind of are like, this feels familiar, and I know my dreams have been tampered with in this way. So you feel this outside influence, and it's trying to sort of pull you. And because of your experience with Jean messing with your memories, you can choose to try to not let it absorb.
So choose resist.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, he'll do that because he's had that enough. He don't like that shit. We're not playing this game.
That's fair. So that will be a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Fucking clerics, you're gonna be fine.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. 28.
Shit.
28. Damn. The DC
18
was
plus
25.
10.
Holy shit.
Well,
all right. So,
DM
then-
just wait
I
3
gotta
pages
make
of
up for it.
notes and
right. Well, so then, you don't find yourself pulled in. You find yourself able to sort through. So like you've essentially got control over how you experience this. You are in control. You can, but like when you are seeing these images, you can be like, nope. Like you're seeing it as if we're watching a TV show.
Another commercial, skip. Another commercial, skip.
Yeah, right. I just want to watch my YouTube videos. 5, 4, 3. Skip it. Very cool. Fuck. Yeah.
I have a
mean, that
LinkedIn
makes...
to buy YouTube Premium, so I don't see all the political ads.
That's right. You see from the perspective, you are in... The thing that was trying to construct itself around you is the kitchen of a small cottage. And out one of the windows, you can see... Where did it go? There we go. Just that swirling whiteness of... It looks like a snowstorm. It's quiet, and it's not like a blizzard hard snow, but it is fully entirely white. About
Does
20
this cottage
feet
have
outside.
chicken feet?
It does not yet have chicken feet. No. Oh, hen's legs. Okay. Yeah, no, we're on the same page now. But so yeah, this is sort of the was it Minority Report where they were able to like swipe? It's Iron Man-ish. You can kind of see the layout of this room that you're in, not like fully like from an aerial point of view, but like
No, I do believe Minority Report would be a apt description. Whichever.
yeah.
Well, I guess Cash will kind of just look around.
Yeah, you it's turning
Is
around,
that like
looking
a-
around this.
Is that like a hearth right there or chimney?
That is a fireplace right there. That is a wash basin there in the corner. It doesn't look abandoned. It's not abandoned. It looks mildly lived in, but not by enough people that it would create like a very lived in atmosphere. There's probably actually I think there's 2 cups on there. Yeah, there'd only be 1. Roll perception. Big joint. 28.
No, I don't think perception's that good. It's not. It's not bad. It's not great. 19.
19. Okay. As you're moving towards that, the fireplace and the wash basin there, you hear over in. Am I on the GM level? I am on the GM level. You hear in this direction, sort of like mumbling, a little bit of like writing, scratching. There's some movement in that direction. Have line of sight, but like I didn't. I was messing with the map earlier, and it's not exactly how I would have put it. But yes. Oh,
Just
okay.
what the hell it is.
As you come to that door then and look in that room, you see a woman. Her back is to you, and she's kind of hunched over that table and just scribbling frantically in a notebook and like talking to herself, kind of mumbling to herself, scribbling in this notebook, and then like in one hand got like a small compact, and not like a makeup compact. It's an arcane focus. Like you probably recognize it being a fucking cleric, but there's a small circular mirror in there, like an inch and a half, and going back and forth, and then like putting down the focus and picks up this piece of metal and like at one point like holds it up to her ear and like dings it, listens, writing.
Does she say, "Can you hear me now"?
She does not say, "Can you hear me now?"
I guess gently knock on that door frame.
As you knock on the door frame gently, because it's gentle, does not surprise her, but she kind of not fully slams the stuff down, but like puts down the pencil and just kind of huffs and is like, "Why won't you let me rest?"
Well, I don't
she said-
mean to intrude, but I also don't know how I got here.
She'll turn around, and as she turns around, you see she is not like fully all the way along, but she is noticeably pregnant. You can make that assumption. I'm telling you as the DM, it's not rude. You notice that she is pregnant, and she looks at you, and there is like a couple of thoughts cross her face, because when she first sees you, I don't even want you to roll for it because it's funny. When she first sees you, there is a moment that you see a look in her face that the last time you saw it was the first moment that Shiloh saw you. And then as she looks at you
Okay.
and kind of She's kind of she's hearing your voice. She's like, but then she's looking at your face more. She's like, I'm sorry. I really thought you were someone else. That you remind me a very lot of. And then she like, I don't know how you got here either. This is my place. Turns around. I'm trying to get out of here. She puts down, having put down the pencil, she picks up this little file and takes the piece of metal, and she's like literally trying to file the pieces of the metal.
Do I dare guess? Fuck. I'm skipping words I want to say. Hold on. Sorry. Sick.
You can get.
Do I
guess
dare
fuck.
try? Do I? Fuck. Why can't I say that sentence? I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's a dream. Your dream logic is doing the weird thing.
Do I dare try to guess who I remind you of?
She doesn't put it down this time. She's kind of actually absent-mindedly whittling, and like as she keeps going, you get the sense this is not going to work. Whatever she thinks she's doing, like the fact that she's now absent-mindedly filing, she's like not going to accomplish this. But she turns around, she's like, I don't remember if I got his name, but it was a fellow looked a lot like you, with a group who came and visited my companion and I. Before that, all ended.
Was he a bard?
Probably.
Yeah, I figured.
No, I was trying to remember if he was. No, he wasn't. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. I'm just trying to get out of here before. And then she kind of like not pat, but like, you know, on her stomach is like, not her stomach, her baby bump is like, I don't want to be here. I want to get out of here before this one shows up, because I don't know how that's going to work. And then goes filing and puts it down and picks up her focus and is writing and scribbling again.
You.
I'll probably give you one more question. This is me, that's not her. Huh?
I'm trying to think.
Oh, you're good.
This is a little confusing scenario.
Yeah.
And how are you trying to escape your current predicament?
She doesn't turn back around because she's actually writing in the notebook, and she just holds up the piece of metal that you see now as she holds it up and steady. It's in the vague shape of a tuning fork, and she's like, I do have to get the key right to unlock the door to get where I came from, and I can't get it right because I can't hear it quite right because I don't have that. It's fine. It'll be fine. And I think at this point, this is when we'll do that thing. You feel it before it happens, because you do have you have enough control over this that it's like watching a DVD you've seen before. So like before things happen, maybe or like it's like having the ability to skip back, right? You saw a thing happen, you're like, it's really cool, and you skip back. So right before it happens, you feel it. You feel the ground, and you sort of feel the air tense, and then you just hear an explosion outside, out the front of this cabin. And for continuity's sake, I won't have you roll. It is identical to the explosion that went off in the basement of the winery once upon a time. And the woman just like this time she does it. She every time I try to get some work done, the things happen. People show up. It's just.
Well, why don't you keep working on that, and I'll go check it out.
Yes, thank you. And she goes back and she's scribbling. Actually, as she does, she closes the notebook, and you see on the front of it the symbol of cord, but there's a little difference to it. It's like her version of the symbol of cord, and then she reopens it and she goes back. She's yes, thank you.
And he'll draw out his hammer and his shield and go out the door.
Cool. As you go to lift up your hammer and your shield, you don't have your hammer or your shield or your armor. And as you turn around to go to the front door, this place no longer looks lived in. It looks fully, completely abandoned. Not like ruined, but it looks like there has not been anyone here in decades. So we're still moving out the door?
Well, that's unsettling. Yes.
So as you open the door, then, where should be, 20 feet of whatever, and then a snowstorm, you see, not super distant, because you do recognize it. The first thing you see is a fire, a campfire, and it's probably like 60-ish feet away, and it's a clearing in the Feywild, out that door.
There's a campfire. There's no flaming crater from the explosion or whatever.
Nope. There's a campfire, and there's some people. You see some people sort of circled or gathered around that campfire, sitting, chilling.
Well, I guess we'll go to the campfire.
All right. So you step through the door, and so many pages, so much shenanigans. GM. And who's gonna France? From your angle, you see it. You see Cash step out of the shadows. Get back to the map. Oh, I moved the map. Crap. Okay, there we go. Tokens.
Oops.
There we go. Yep. Prince, you see Cash step out of the shadows into the clearing with the rest of you. And Cash, you walk up into this clearing where you see all these weirdos and Will, and you hear a very talkative little halfling telling about 3.5 overlapping and intersecting stories at the same time.
Hey, there he is.
Where have you been?
Did y'all hear an explosion a moment ago?
No?
Not that I know of.
Okay then.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
It wasn't.
Things are
it
a little
wasn't
weird,
me.
but
I didn't do anything.
Well, I was in a cabin for Cord knows what reason. There was a pregnant chick trying to carve a tuning fork. Then there was an explosion somewhere. I walk out the door and here I am. Yeah.
interesting.
So I'm quite a tad bit confused right now.
I'm still.
I am too.
I'm still wondering why here is not really here. Just, could something make sense for once? Just one day. Just one day.
No, I'm DMing. No, it is. When you say "can here just be here," Aja just takes that and runs. Here is wherever you are. Here, you take here with you. Here is where I am, and here is where you are. Your here can be different from my here, and my here can be different from your here. Sometimes
Is this
here
how
is
you
there.
see your little friend? I'm like, I
Well,
just am not talking to Aja at all. I'm just fully talking to everybody else. But like, is
What do
this
you
how
mean?
is she really this talkative constantly about everything?
Yes.
Well, not like constantly, but yes.
Ah,
Yes.
Yeah.
She.
that's a lot.
Yes.
She didn't have the ability to talk much before, so when she finally got the opportunity, she does. And
She is making up
for
for
one, I'm not
lost
going to
time
stop
for not
her.
having a voice.
Just a question: is Aja still talking while we're talking about this?
No, as you're talking about her, she's looking around at each of you, kind of like nodding, like, and then like looks at Will and is like, and by the way, I'm she. And then like looks around at everybody, still she.
Well, technically, you're their perception of you. But having that
Well-
conversation with that which is created by their perception of you is a roundabout conversation that needn't be.
Oh God,
Consist-
there's two of you now. Oh jeez.
I mean,
Oh.
aren't we all technically our perception, other people's perceptions of us? Like when you leave here, you'll have a perception of me that is possibly different than Prince's perception of me. I have a perception of
Is
me
this
that's
what
different
your
than
world
everybody's perception
feels
of me.
like?
Prince just leans over and hugs Aja with the hope of loving her, but also getting her to calm down for a minute.
That's all I needed. I was touch starved. Thank you.
Okay.
Kahlan is going to get up and start walking kind of around the outside of the campfire and looking around because, like, things are weird and reality's weird, and she's going to look for anything that might be dangerous or
Okay.
more bizarre than the current situation.
I mean,
So,
where'd the cat come from? Not me.
I
Not that.
assumed it was yours.
not me.
Is this what your world looks like? Feels like? It's so
Well,
bizarre.
not our world. I mean, it was my world for a little while. This is actually the Feywild.
Can I kind of perceive the area?
Yes, go ahead and roll perception. Are you going like, how far out are you going?
Like maybe, I mean, how big is the clearing that we're in?
Let's see here. All the way across looks like it's 50 to 60 feet across.
Yeah, she's going pretty much to the point where the clearing starts to go back into the trees. She's not going into the trees, but she's just doing a loop around the whole camp area around this entire clearing.
Okay. Yes, roll perception. And will also roll perception.
24.
Woo!
Oh shit.
I rolled an 18. It was great.
Love it.
21.
Nice.
I rolled an
So you-
11.
Oh shit.
Nice. So you pick it up, Will, because you've heard it already. You're used to it. Kahlan picks it up because this is her emotional support humanoid. You both pick up the fact that Laz's voice has the same texture as Aja's.
Oh. He's not here either.
She's gonna walk over and she's just gonna like touch him. Just poke. Like, are you real? Does he feel real?
Poke him in the
I
eye.
feel
And he
real.
goes,
Just starts screaming bloody murder. He put in the eye.
I'll feel pretty real. I mean,
Are you here?
not anywhere else. And his voice has that slightly muted, like you know what he sounds like in the real world, in any real world, and it's kind of like the volume is turned down on his voice.
Anthony missed the opportunity for the mindfuck of no. Are you?
Wait. Oh, you know what? Let me let this individual.
Fuck.
No, he's not gonna fuck. Jeez.
What if I ask very nicely?
Okay, in that case, yes. I mean, you're a changeling. You have very good persuasion. He goes, wait. I rolled an 18. That's a flat 18. Am I a figment of your imagination?
In this moment, I think so. But not always. Prince?
huh?
You had the goggles at this point, right? When
Yeah.
this...
So at this point, everyone realizes you don't have any of your equipment. I am
Yeah, because she
going
would
to-
ask. She'd be like, can you do the goggle thing?
Ah, shit.
So
Let it go.
I had thought about this. Nobody has any of your equipment, but anybody who has a vestige, the abilities of the vestige are part of you. So anything you could do with the goggles, Prince, you can do, even though you don't physically have goggles on you right now.
Oh fuck. I'm playing
That
Sado
would
for
that
purpose.
that would throw her so bad.
No, I don't. This is okay. See, here's the problem. This actually was the fuck with Prince arc. I am doing too well at it. I think.
Good.
So I guess yes, she's gonna show your soul sight.
Actually, she knows the ability of her goggles. She's kind of curious. She goes, "Wait, let me try something else first." And she brings she goes inward and brings out her Reaper vision.
Ooh,
See if
I like it.
any of us are actually here.
Okay, amazing. So yes, you focus down. You. This is a string that you have strummed multiple times now, and you know the frequency of it. And so you're letting your vision soften, and the world here has this matte texture to it, except when you look at Kahlan, and when you look at Sado and Cash, and the cat. You see there's a sheen to them, and you see silver. You don't see the gold, and the silver you have always seen seated in the head area. The gold you've always seen seated in the chest area. So what you're getting is a very, like, you could probably see where the gold should be, so it's not missing, but it's not on. The silver is there. You don't see that with Laz. You don't see that with Aja.
So
But you see it with the cat.
So we're okay. So we're all here, but kind of not here, except Laz and Aja. They're definitely not here. The displacer beast is here, and that's more concerning right now.
Well, scritch.
Can someone explain the cat? And she's turning to Sado,
Yeah.
like, Are you okay, man? Her eyes are on Sado right now.
You want me to wake him up?
Prince, if
Her, I
anyone
don't
could
know.
explain to you, we would have explained to you by now.
No one has said shit
This
about
is-
the cat.
I'm talking
This
about
is
the
what
cat right
happens when you
now.
let the philosopher DM shit. Go ahead. Sorry.
So you're saying that you and me and Sado and Cash were here in a way that the others are not, but the Displacer Beast is also here. Like our souls?
And Prince. Wait, were you asking me? You're asking Prince, right?
Prince, yeah.
Also, Prince, when you look at Will's entire self is that silver.
To answer your question, yes. I still have multiple concerns besides that right now.
Okay, I need to see if she's gonna remember. Oh yeah, she remembers. Okay. Kaylin's gonna be like, well, and that's when she reaches for her own equipment and realizes she doesn't have her stuff on her, and she's like, my dagger. Where's my dagger? My dagger still has a Displacer Beast in it. So maybe this is that Displacer Beast?
It's a sweet cat.
As part of
And
the
very kind.
dream?
At some point, like its paws start twitching, like it's chasing something.
Whoa, look at it
They're
go.
not sweet.
But look at the baby.
Your eyes are glossed over by nothingness. There's no cute.
Look at him dream. He's running.
Do you want me to wake it up or just let it sleep?
No.
Let it sleep. Let it sleep. Let it sleep. Okay, that explains that. And she starts looking around, not wanting to draw attention to her reason why, but for the DM's perspective, if the magic item with a soul inside of it is showing the Displacer Beast, she's looking around to see if Liam's around.
That's fair. Roll perception.
Okay. 19.
19, nice. Liam is not around. He is not in any place you could see, like, unless he's like hiding in deep shadow, like, because Cash emerged from shadow, like you didn't see him until he stepped out of the shadows. So the shadows beyond where that campfire is, he's not in that area.
It was just like that little glimmer of hope that maybe, and she's looking around and she's like, damn, okay.
If I'm not actually here, I feel like I need to pee. Can I go pee? I can pee if I'm not real, right?
You can pee if you are real.
Yeah. Well, I mean, either way, I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back.
You can pee if you want to. You can leave that waste behind.
Kahlan is going to walk over to where Cash emerged from the shadows. And she's just gonna push the shadows a little bit. Like, she's gonna just kind of step into the shadow, not completely, but like, she wants to see what's beyond, if she can see anything.
Roll a charisma saving throw. No, you're good. You're good. So when you walk up to you have dark vision, right?
Yes.
You're a tiefling. I think you do.
60 feet.
It is just woods. Like, it was shadow because of where. Well, actually, so yeah, you're 60 feet. Okay, so he was like 65-ish feet when he stepped out of the shadow because that was beyond your dark vision. As you move there, like, it's not black wall; it's just dark forest.
And as I start just like walking into the trees, like 5 or 10 feet, it's just forest still.
Mhm.
Huh.
I am getting my Halloween episode.
Yes, you are. Do I see or hear anything in the forest within 60 feet? As I've walked probably about 5 or 10 feet into the shadow from where the campfire is burning. I'm far from the campfire.
Okay. Roll perception. Everyone can roll perception too.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's a 10 because I rolled a 4.
Oh, everything's fine.
15 again.
Okay.
With
8.
advantage. 6.
18. Rolled an 8.
18. Nice.
21.
20. And Cash is like, I got this. Cash. I mean, Cash made his. Honest, Cash probably has advantage having made that first save in the first place. And honestly, I feel like Prince would probably have advantage too because you both basically chose to be here.
I did have
And she
advantage.
will do. Oh, that's right. You said you did. Yeah. No, I will. Cash got 20. Got a 21.
I'm too focused on
So-
Sado. Like, is he okay? Displacer Beast, is he okay?
Yeah. Right.
He's done nothing
I
but
think-
stare at the displacer beast the entire time.
Yep, that's
I'm
fine.
gonna save the other piece then. I was gonna say I'm gonna save the other piece then, and have as you're staring at the displacer beast,
Okay.
the paws go, and then they stop for a second, and then it twists like that moment when you in a dream when you fall and you wake yourself up, and it like, and it opens its eyes, and it's got glowy eyes because it's a displacer beast, but then it sees you staring dead at it, and it's like, oh, Mrs. Sado, I am so sorry about what happened.
Fuck.
Great. It talks.
I mean, not very often. Just sometimes.
What do you
Kahlan
want?
has no clue.
Not much. I'm actually alright. I don't want to die.
I didn't ask how you are. I asked what you wanted.
Yeah, not much.
Mm,
Not to die. I do want to apologize. I know what my friends isn't the right word, but I know what they did, and I didn't want to do that too, but sometimes we make the wrong choices.
It came down to the survival of the fittest. I just finished the job.
Ouch.
And he turns his back.
Does anyone else hear that in the conversation?
I mean, I'm doing it right in front of everybody, so.
I mean, do we hear the cat, or is it just like in your brain somehow?
Oh yeah. Oh no, everybody
Oh,
hears
oh.
it. It is fully like Lion King, the new computer animated mouth moving.
Ooh.
Ew. What?
Well,
Everybody, I think, but
Why?
Kahlan, because Kahlan is like 70 feet from the campfire.
that's right. Yeah.
We absorb
Yeah.
it.
She's looking around the woods. She's got no idea.
I'm not the fittest. I mean, I fitted into the dagger, but like that's about it.
Aren't you just the sweetest?
Thank you. I try. Well, I'm gonna do better now. I got in with the wrong folks, and now I'm gonna do. I think these folks are pretty good. They tried to. The one who wandered away, she caught me. I didn't really trust her, but like, she didn't hurt me. So that
Oh,
was really
that's
nice.
Right. Do you have a name?
Devin.
Devin. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Devin. I'm Will.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you
Devin's a
too.
displacer beast.
I love him. This is my new best friend.
So,
This
like,
face-
anyone who looks at Prince, like, her ears are flattened, and she's got these big, wet eyes. And anyone who looks at her, she's just got, like, the pouty lips, like, can we keep it?
I mean, as far as I know, it's up to you guys whether or not I go anywhere. As that conversation is happening,
So is that dagger of catching a dagger of rehabilitation or something? Is this like?
is it? You know, I had a lot of time to think about what I was doing and the choices I made, and I said, you know what, this is my opportunity. This is my second chance. I can do better.
Kaylin's, like, 70 feet away, and she just hears Prince goes, Kaylin? Please?
Kahlan, the thing you caught in the Pokeballs converted to Jesus and found the error of its ways and has repented and.
Have I told you guys about my Lord and Savior Kahlan? She's
Oh,
fantastic.
well, shit.
Oh my god.
No.
Kanan's like, what?
It's lovely. She's lovely.
Like, Prince feels bad because she knows that Sado hates them, but at the same time, she's like, it's kind of cute. Fuck.
Oh no, honestly, this is the weirdest situation for me too, because like, most people don't like us. Like, see, here's the thing about Displacer Beast is like we were bred to be evil, and like by the Unseelie Court, and so like people are justified in not liking
Oh,
us
well,
and not
fuck
trusting
them.
us. Well, right, they do. We're bred and trained to do bad things. But like when we get out in the wild, and then you're born in the wild, when you're feral and you don't have that bad training, then sometimes things are a little bit differently. I swear I have a combat for tonight. I swear I do.
So, hearing Prince call for me, I'm not gonna come back the way that I walked, but I'm gonna walk through the forest on the outside of the clearing this time, and just kind of scanning deeper into the forest as I walk back in the direction of the campfire.
Which direction would you be going on the map?
To the right.
So you
Clockwise.
went up. Let me see. You went up. Get to the tokens. There we go. You went up in the direction that Cash came from, and then you'd be going clockwise. Okay, so you
Yes.
roll perception again then, because Cash already heard this, but or Will have heard it. No, Will didn't.
14.
Hear it. 14. It's fine. It's fine.
She pops out of the forest behind where Prince is.
Okay.
Just kind of does a half circle.
But this place should be awake, and it's not like hunched like it's in like, oh, I'm so scared everything's good, but it's like chilling.
The
It
cat
doesn't wanna
lounge?
it doesn't want to be seen as big.
Prince just has the big
Hi.
puppy dog eyes.
What's going on?
She doesn't have
name
puppy
is
dog eyes.
Devin.
No, you can't have dog eyes. You're a cat. You have the
Shut
Puss in
up.
Boots eyes.
His
Yeah,
name
Puss
is
in Boots eyes.
Devin. Wait, are you a he?
That's not the only factor, Devin.
It's not. It's not.
Do you prefer he, she, they,
I'll be they.
You identify as a turtle.
they? Okay, their name is Devin.
Alright. This is bizarre. I don't know what to think right now.
How bizarre.
Why are we
How
here?
bizarre.
Balthazar.
When you ask, why are we here? Catch, with your 21 perception, you hear a whistling. 5, 6, 7 note tune from out of the woods in the direction that Lazarus came. And Kahlan, you didn't hear it with that 14. Damn it! But you hear like a low whistled tune, and Aja instantly flocks in that direction.
Eh? Aja? Where are you going?
Yo, there's a whistler.
I'm sorry,
over there.
locks, not walks. She instantly turns and like
Oh,
Oh.
you've seen her go fully terrifying when she fucking gave that shadow horde what for.
yeah.
That is the face that she is making when she turns.
Aja, what's wrong?
This happens at the same time. Opens her mouth to say, "He's trouble," and then her eyes go black, and blood trickles, and she tilts it as someone that looks an awful lot like Lazarus steps out of those shadows. Like, a lot like, but not quite enough like. No, not math, tokens. And makes his way towards your group.
So Aja just tipped over.
On the ground, eyes blacked over, blood.
Prince? And Kahlan will rush over to where Aja and Prince are.
Remember, she's not actually here.
Right. But what the fuck?
I don't know.
Huh?
And
What
so you
was
said
that?
someone who looks like Laz walks out. Where's Laz? Is he still there?
He's... Well, he wasn't here to begin with, was he?
That is his image still there?
The one that went into the woods?
Oh,
Well,
did
roll-
he get up and go?
He went to go pee.
Oh,
Yeah, he went
right.
to go
Okay, I forgot he went.
He,
to go.
he asked
That's
he
right.
asked if it was possible for someone who didn't exist to be.
That's right. I forgot about that. Sorry. Okay. So you asked what? Roll.
Insight. As this thing that looks an awful lot like, oh dear, it makes sense. You're very discombobulated. There's a displacer beast talking to people.
9.
and-
I'm switching dice.
Okay, everyone roll perception or insight, or either, whichever one's higher. Honestly.
Well,
Our cleric's got this. 12.
So are we rolling insight and perception, or?
Either one, whichever one's higher.
Okay, so I'm not rolling again. Okay.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, we're at 2 hours and 23 minutes. We're not.
Well, since Sado's back is turned, he got a 5.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
fair.
Come on, clerics.
Oh, yeah, no, that's my 4.
29.
24. See,
Shit.
that's it. That's it. Cash was on alert because he heard that sound. He heard that whistling,
Yeah.
and yes, and Will, like this is you understand now. This is this communal dream that I don't think you necessarily. You at the very least know that it's Prince or Sado that is central to it because you plucked on the tether between the two of them. But when this image that looks like Laz says he was never really here to begin with, this voice is more than the voice you would hear in reality. And whatever tether is holding the people that are here, this is the frequency of that tether.
Well, I found the anchor.
Nice. I like that. The anchor.
The anchor being what?
The thing holding us here?
Ah,
An anchor. An anchor.
so
The anchor being's Wolverine.
That's right. Well, that's in another world.
It's either yours or Sado's, but it is him. At least at the moment it is.
Why are
what
we
is
here?
this thing that looks like Laz doing right now?
It's watching you all discuss it, like
It's just standing there, menacingly.
with a smirk, and not menacingly at all. Like a smirk that is. Laz has smirked before. This is not Laz's smirk. This is like truly enjoying its existence in this moment.
I'm not just. Sorry.
Did we talk to it? Or
I was gonna say I was not addressing the other people. I was looking right at it and said again, "Why are we here?"
Well, I am sent on behalf of some. Did you ever have one of those nights where you just sort of forgot what you were, or maybe you realized you never really knew what you were? You just maybe you had a purpose. And then he looks at Prince and he says, "You, you don't. I don't want to be weird about this. There's a sense, right? You have 5 of them. There's another one, maybe. You are familiar. Your fear is growing stronger by the. What's a word you would understand? Minute. And I suppose I was sent here to help it along.
help my fear
And-
along?
Yeah. Your fear. Wait, what did you say? You said my fear. What?
Along?
Along? Yeah.
As
She's just stammering. She has no idea what's happening.
as this person says that, Kahlan steps forward and kind of positions herself in front of Prince. And very like you go through me kind of thing.
I got you. Wait, is Laz still on the map? Let's get him on the map. Other Laz. Okay. So Kahlan is not there. You're down here. Oh, I put the wrong name on there. Ha, that's okay. I went back and forth about Devin's name. There we go.
What was the other one?
Felix. All right. Let's see here. Devin, actually, at that point, gets up and kind of looks at each of you sitting around the fire and makes a decision and turns around and walks toward this individual. And ears like, and you guys see like the fur along the spine. Like it's not poofy tail, it's not going full thread, but it's like hackles up. Oh yeah, we'll put him there. When he is within 10 feet. What's this? Sorry guys. I invented this, so
Oh shit.
everything's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, intelligence. Okay. What is this? Honestly, I ought to just throw the saving throw and see what we get. I don't think his intelligence is high enough for it to matter. Oh, no, that's bad. Okay, let's find out. Well, here's the problem. He can't actually roll that high. Yeah. So it was a decent one, but he rolled a 16 intelligence saving throw as he steps within 10 feet. The thing that looks like it wants to be Laz kind of turns and looks and is like, and right as it steps within 10 feet, it takes. I'm going to roll that digitally. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Isn't my characters? Come on. All right. Apparently, I'm not going to roll it that way. Because I'm just going to sit here staring at my screen.
How many do you need to have my screen up?
8d6.
Shit.
$30.
30. Okay. Let's. All right. Give me his. Hey, there we go. All right. So, as Devin steps in, 9 feet, Devin just fully hisses and like gets into that crouch and like backs away, at taking 30 points of psychic damage. And
No, Devin.
this like starts backing in the direction because he's backing and he's not doesn't want to take his eyes off, but then like starts going the direction of Sado and is like, oh, no, I'm gonna go over this way. I'm not getting anybody pissed off at me.
Another
Kahlan
cat that's scared around
tenses.
Sado.
Kahlan tenses at that reaction.
I suppose I am a bit of a nightmare to be around, but I suppose that's part of the point.
Then why don't you leave?
I haven't gotten what I was sent here to get just yet. And he will cast. Hate having this in paper.
Going old school?
I know, right? We're going 1E, man. Ooh. That's funny. He's only got one, but that'll be fun. Is it? Oh, it's an intelligence save too. Okay. So if Kahlan would make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
Now you're gonna roll. Your perception was crap.
Uh-huh. That's a nat 20 for 23.
Oh. Hey, that's impressive. Yes. Okay.
I mean, the
So
Psy
then you
Warrior, it
only-
makes sense.
Right. Yep. Oh, that's crazy. Not that. Okay, so I finally did get into the thing to roll the 8d6. I have to take a picture of this. This is absolutely nuts.
Was it also 30?
No.
It was
Is
6.
it all sixes?
No, it's 8. It's all ones.
Yep. It was all sixes?
It was absolute max damage. Yeah, that is crazy.
That's terrifying. No, thank you.
Okay. So, you take minimum damage. I think that was a thing that I said once. Is if for save spells, if you nat 1, you take max damage. If you nat 20, you take minimum damage rather than just half. So, you only take 5 points of psychic damage.
I have a
from
question.
Yes.
So, if this is a dream and we had gone to sleep, have I slept long enough to have gotten a long rest?
Yes, everybody has full. You're fully.
Okay. Because I realized that I
Reloaded.
have not taken a long rest yet, so I wanted
Yeah.
to ask before I just assumed. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you said
Yeah.
5 points?
Oh, yeah, which is
Okay.
astounding because it's 5d10.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Amazing.
And I just like, ugh. You're not going to get what you want.
Oh. I can chip away. I'm a very patient. This one is a man, I assume. Was a man? Is? I assume he's
Is.
somewhere else. Well,
Better still be.
he was indisposed at the moment. Let's see who else we've got here. Will, you look. Go ahead.
So would I have access to my spells then, since I don't have any of my equipment on me?
Yes. Yes, you will.
Okay. She's gonna do some mind fuckery of her own and gonna cast Mind Sliver back.
Oh, I love it. Well then, if everyone will roll initiative, and you'll get that first.
Okay. So it's 3d6, okay.
Is that a save or no?
It is a save. Is it intelligence saving throw? Yeah, intelligence saving throw.
Okay. That's gonna be a fail.
What was it?
A 10.
Oh yeah, no. So that's 13 points of
Mind
Psychic?
fuckery?
Of mindfuckery
Psychic
damage?
Yeah,
Ooh,
psychic damage.
okay, that's
She's
good.
like, she just bitch slaps him back with her mind.
Yeah, like for triple the damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as that hits, as in initiative.
Initiative.
What's initiative?
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all.
Whoa! What is okay? I'm gonna clear this. There we go. Give him his turn. Add turn. And what'd you get?
17.
17. No, not a 12. All right, what was everyone else's initiative?
6.
For Prince?
Yes.
Okay.
19.
19.
I can
3.
Initiative tonight.
3 for Will?
Yep.
Will's like, I ain't got time for this shit.
I rolled a 1.
I got a 9.
9. Okay. All right. So as you do that, Kahlan, you do Mind Sliver. You basically you feel that hit you, that little 5 points, and like you've trained with Abakir, you've trained with Laz in fortifying your mind, and like you basically you catch it and fully hold it out the instant you feel it. So you catch that very first impact and then fully shut down and push it out. And so that first 5 points hits, and then basically as you push it out, you send back your own energy with it, and it hits, and it like it does the like the neck thing.
As it hits him, he doesn't hear it, but he senses her mind just pretty much saying, "My turn." He doesn't hear it, but that's what pops in his head.
That hurt, and I assume that was the point. So, it's Cash's turn. I assume that was the point, and that is, after all, why I'm here. So, Cash, I think you're wherever you want to be.
I got enough
Sorry.
movement to where I want to do 1, 2, 3.
Okay. We're not doing tavern music. We're not doing tavern celebration. We're doing forest night, forest day. We can do forest night. There we go.
Since we have a lot of like, weird familiar shit, let me know if this reminds you of something. Cash is gonna uppercut this motherfucker.
I love it. Now, before you roll, well, you can roll. When you roll, whatever your ability modifier is, subtract it from your roll.
Come on, so So, like, you mean like just straight roll?
Well, whatever your attack modifier is, so you're doing unarmed strike, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so are you doing inflict wounds or are you doing an unarmed strike?
Yes, I'm doing inflict wounds.
Okay, so that's an attack roll, right, for inflict wounds?
Yes.
So whatever your +2 that attack is, subtract that from your roll.
So don't use it at all, and then further subtract it.
Right. Yeah.
That's
Like,
different.
essentially,
Okay.
yeah, right. If it's a +10, it's a -10 on this one. Well.
All right. Well, that's new.
2.
No, I said that's new. Well, I don't know how that's going to work then. Nat 20 for 10.
Okay. So, you critical miss. As you go to take as you go to just land this uppercut,
Interesting.
he just kind of backs away. It's like, that looked like it would have been extremely painful. I kind of wish it had hit. Well, we'll keep going. You've got your bonus action?
Yeah, we're going to spiritual weapon.
Okay. For the sake of
And,
everything, that mechanic applies to any roll with an attack roll. If whatever your plus is to the roll, instead of adding it, you subtract it from your roll for everybody.
Okay, well then I guess not spiritual weapons because that's probably freaking useless then.
I mean, we don't know the other part yet. But that's okay.
Oh, good. There's more parts in this. So,
You son of a bitch! This isn't even my final form.
all right. Just and cash time.
Okay. For you then, roll insight real quick. Because I know you can.
I have decent insight. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, I have good insight. 22.
22. Yeah, you know that punch. That was an absolutely solid punch. That was like from the shoulder to the elbow to the like your knuckles were in alignment. That was a perfect punch. That would have ended a fight in any fight pit, and it had the exact opposite effect. And like that you've talked about. You mentioned stuff about things being opposite and inverted from what they ought to be. And so that realization does settle in that, like, how did my absolutely perfect punch miss? So,
That gives me an idea. Okay.
Kahlan, it is your turn again.
Okay. She's staying in front of Prince, so she is going to. She's gonna mind sliver again.
Ooh. All right. Let's see how bad this roll is. I think it's only a +2. 17.
Makes it. So. Take. Oh. Actually, because it failed the last one, it has to subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn.
Ooh. Ooh. So that is what I say was 17 minus 3, so 14.
Okay, that fails.
Ah.
So 7 points of damage, but it has that condition again. So
Right,
any
yep.
saving throws that anybody makes it do.
Mm-hmm.
Subtract 24.
And it like that hits again, and it's like it doesn't react quite as much, but like because it's not quite as much damage, but it is like I'm getting a taste for that.
Okay, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Devin's turn. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Shit. Okay. Cash. If you could make an intelligence saving throw.
$18.
18 fails. So
Fuck.
you're not going to take max because there's no way I can roll that again. What in the hell? 35 though. Damn. So Cash takes 35 points of psychic damage. From that, like stepping into that range and being right up next to it, and given your insight roll before, it's like static. It's like this static inside your brain, and it's when you walked in, you felt that in this like area around this thing. So, Devin, are you gonna do it? Yeah, I think Devin's gonna do it. Yeah, okay. So, having scooted back some, how much movement does he have? Oh, he's got 40 feet. Having scooted back, he's gonna go for out. Oh, he gets 2 attacks. Cool. And it's +6. Okay. So, Prove me here. Prove me here, Devin. He's gonna run in, and he's taken the same amount of damage that you did, Cash. It was 35. And 2 tentacle attacks. That's a 4, that misses. And that's an 8, so that misses. So he goes, he runs in. Yeah, okay. So Devin runs back in. He's like, if this guy's gonna do it, then I'm gonna do it too. He runs in, and the tentacles are swiping out to try to hit this thing, and just not hitting this thing that is trying to look like Lazarus. So it is. Oh, it's his turn. Okay. Well, what do we got here? Okay, yes, that's good. That's good. Oh, he does have those. That's fun. I forgot about that. That's cool too. Oh, that's jeez. I forgot all these things. I don't even know why I wrote this sheet. Anyway, Kahlan is the only one who's hit him, so he is going to go after Kahlan. Is that? Oh, it is. Cool. Okay. So if you, Kahlan, could make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Because he's got these 2 people right in on him, and this just sort of static pulse around him, and he's like, yeah. Go ahead.
17.
17 does not make it.
Oh boy.
Okay. At the end of each of its turns. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So you take, let's see. Oh, not much. You take 29 points of psychic damage.
Not much.
I mean, not much for level 13 characters. And go ahead.
I'm going to. What's it called? My telekinetic
Psionic?
resistant psionic thingy.
Okay.
Old character who dis. It's been
You're right.
a hot minute. What is that called?
Psionic protective field.
There it is. Okay, yeah. So it's. Or wait, no. Oh my gosh, I've lost it. There's so many things. Why can't I see it?
As you're doing that, you're
okay.
kind of thinking, okay. You're going to reduce it by like some amount, right?
I think it's by 1d10. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going. I'll figure it out. Yeah, 1d10 plus 3.
So yeah, as you hit him with it with the mind sliver again, and it does a little bit less damage. You reduced it by 1.
By 5.
Yeah, so
I rolled a
20.
2.
You're good. So
so 24 points of damage.
Yeah. Because as you hit it with your mind sliver, same sort of transaction happens. It hits and he absorbs and kind of along that tether sends back. Except when this psychic damage hits you, this is Phantasmal Killer. You have disability or I apologize for that. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. You can re-roll the wisdom save at the end of each of your turns. But as that psychic energy floods back along that trail and hits you and just washes over your mind, you forget you're in the Feywild. You forget you're in a dream of the Feywild. And you see Laz falling over unconscious, thinking he's dead. the moment he tried to connect with Endless, and you see Liam dead, having gotten his revenge and sacrificed his own life. You see nightmares. You see the horrible things that have made you fight as hard as you have, but you see the things that have terrified you and traumatized you the most in this moment.
Oh, so you just Scarlet Witched me. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, no, he did. Yeah.
So you said disadvantage on, what was it?
Ability checks and attack rolls.
Okay.
So not saving throws.
Ability and attack. Okay. Fuck.
Okay. And then is it start of the turn? It is start of the turn. Yes. How far are we gonna go here? How far can we go? Oh, yeah. Okay, we'll go there. And then when as that finally clears, like you come back to where you are in that moment, he's not standing next to Cash and Devin anymore, because he has, what do they call it? This is a thing I did not invent. Surreal step. He essentially Misty steps, and Cash sees it happen. Devin sees it happen, but we don't really get his perspective. But Cash sees it happen is that, like, the form of this thing, you are in a space of dream material, and the form, the matter of this thing melts back into the tapestry of the dream and rematerializes right next to Will. It is now Sado's turn. Eat him up, Sado!
Okay. Sado's gonna rage.
What do you want?
And he's gonna full sprint
Mm-hmm.
at this thing.
Yep.
Take a swing.
Cool. Remember, subtract your modifier rather than add it.
Oh boy. So that's a natural one. So
And what's your modifier?
9.
Oh, this is so perfect that it's Sado. It's
so
AC.
-10?
Negative
No.
8.
-8.
Its AC is 0. And
Huh?
you have to. Its AC is 0. And you have to beat the AC. But because this is inverted, you have to roll a 0 or less. You crit hit. A natural 1 on this guy is a critical hit.
Oh, sweet.
I was guessing that's what you meant.
I thought I really fucked up and hit Will.
I love that it was a nat 1 also, because you could have rolled a 7 and you would have hit.
Okay. Well, I'm going to turn that into a stunning strike.
Yes! Amazing! And that's not a spell or a magical effect, right? Like
when you hit with a melee
like
weapon attack, you spend 1 key point. You got to still roll con.
Save. Yeah, but it's not, because technically he's supposed to have advantage on saving throws against magical effects or spells, which I haven't been doing anyway.
Correct.
This wouldn't even be that. So let's see what you got. He rolled an 11. He rolled a 3, and he has a +8.
Well, he needed to beat 14, so he's stunned.
He is stunned. He is. Let me double check. Yep, he is not immune to that.
Huh. So instead of punching him again, I'm going to use Breath of the Dragon.
Nice. You do get to roll your damage on that first one too.
It was 11.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
11,
but it was
11 doubled?
No, it wasn't doubled. That's just what I got digitally. So I guess it's 22.
Okay.
because I forgot I crit with a 1.
So we're using Breath of the Dragon.
Yes, and that's a dex of 14, but if he's stunned, does it matter?
He can't. Nope, he fails. He can't move.
5 damage with ice breath.
Nice. Cool.
And that is Sado's turn.
That's a hell of a turn. Ooh, love it. Prince, it is your turn. So he can't talk now, right?
Technically, he can't do anything.
Right. And so any attacks on him will have any attacks on him will have advantage. Because he's stunned. Which is interesting.
Which means I'll have straight rolls, right?
So rolling at advantage is a disadvantage.
It makes you roll higher. Well, it hypothetically makes you roll higher. It's like three points. The alternative is if anybody has spells that don't require, if they're saving throw spells, then it's like you're not rolling an attack. So Prince, would you like to beat up? Would you like to beat up the individual who said your fear is growing?
Well, I'm gonna go check on that.
Fall asleep. Let's see here. Oh, okay. So actually, yes, Sado also make an intelligence saving throw. Is it intelligence? I think it is intelligence.
I'm sorry.
Did you fall asleep, Prince?
No, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Intelligence.
You're good. No, you're good.
Oh god, +1, 15.
15 does not make it. So
Rip.
that is 39 points of psychic damage. I think is that halved for, or is that the only one that's not halved for you on rage?
No, it's so the way Dustin flavored it was since it's the totem of the dragon, I get the psychic resistance.
Okay, yeah. So half of 19.
Okay.
So this is Prince's turn unless you want us to bump to Will and then come back.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Whew. So Prince is still hesitant to use her magic right now. She knows that she can get away with her Eldritch Blast and not a lot happen. Or not a lot of chance that goes wrong, so she's just gonna aim her Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay, I dig it. So you can roll those beautiful bean footages. Minus your modifier. I assume everybody's remembering, but then I know if I assume there will be forgettage.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Although you do have advantage because he is stunned. It is stunned. It's lots of math.
The highest I got was 14.
On the roll? Or
yeah.
Not...
Well, with math. With math.
Oh, okay. So essentially here, to make this less painful for everybody, if your roll is your modifier or lower, you hit. Because if your modifier is plus 12 and you roll a 12, you've rolled a 0. And so if you roll higher than your modifier, no, lower. I just made it worse.
Bitch, are you trying to take us back to THACO?
Oh no!
Will has advantage on Will's. Oh, you know what? Will has advantage on every D20 roll for the rest of this session. That was the joke. That
Why?
was 1,000%.
Why would you reintroduce
Wow.
Zacko of all the fucking rules? It's
Because
literally the
this
worst
creature,
one.
this creature is called a bête noire. This creature is literally a nightmare, and Thaco was a fucking nightmare.
Well, fair.
God.
So, so none of your end result rolls were 0 or less, were they, Prince?
No.
Okay, so I get to use this thing that we did in the one shot. As you go to fire off these Eldritch blasts, and you're trying not to hit the people that are. You're trying not to hit Will, and you're trying not to hit Sado. You feel the texture of space, and in a weird way, as you're shooting these, it's what happened with M's character. You're essentially sending the magic, the force magic, along the threads of magic itself through the space between the two of you. And because it's like basically microscopic, it's like it's hitting nodes and it's going through. And you're trying, because in this moment you feel that happening and you're like, whoa, that is not a sensation I have had before. And so you're like, okay, I'm going to try to direct it, and then like not real great at directing it because you've never had to think about that before. And so they don't hit your friends, but they do kind of off. And so you've got your bonus action.
Nothing I can do.
Okay, it is Will's turn.
Okay, so since I can't see the map, help me out here.
Okay.
How far away is the thing?
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. So he's right next to you. So if you could roll an intelligence saving throw.
That's a nat 20.
Ooh, nice. So I don't. Do you take any, or do you take? Yes, you take half. Okay. No, you take minimum. So you take 8 points of psychic damage. From this thing just materializing next to you, and that static, because this is a case where you didn't walk into the static just sort of like around you, but you were prepared because this is your world. You know, you came into this dream space willingly. Go ahead.
How many other creatures are within, let's call it a 10-foot cube of this thing? Or is there a way I could hit this thing with a 10-foot cube if I move that would not hurt others?
If you back up one space, oh, is there a way? Because Sado is currently in that cube, but he's cat-a-corner to you. So if you back up, well, so here's the thing. Dude's incapacitated. So yes, if you back up one space 5 feet away from Sado, he can't react, and then you can do a 10-foot cube centered on yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna back up further than that because I don't want to be in this cube.
Okay,
Super don't want to be in this cube.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And then I'm gonna ask for a ruling here. I have a spell that allows me to conjure multiple 10-foot cubes in which there is a damage area. It says the cubes must be contiguous with at least one other cube. Could I overlap them?
Yes.
You
know what?
Incredible.
I was going to say, this is a dream. You know this is a dream. And you know how magic functions in the real world, but you're like, this is a dream.
Hate me for this. I'm so excited.
No, I'm not.
I'm going to cast a 7th level spell and cast Firestorm and stack all 10 cubes on top of this thing.
So wait a second. Now, I'm going to go you even one further. If you really want to go nuts, you can make a 7. You know how a tesseract is the 3-dimensional cube inside another 3-dimensional cube? Do you want to put 7 of these cubes inside of each other and make one cube that is 7 cubes?
Yes. It's a dexterity saving throw.
He fails.
Cool. So a single cube is 7d10 fire damage.
So 100 and it's 49 d10.
We're gonna make this happen.
I am 1,000% here
I'm
for
doing
this.
this digitally because Lord knows I don't have the brain capacity to add all those together. Some people may
Oh,
say
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
have the dice, but we all know that's not true.
Correct.
Hmm.
But it would take so long to
Yeah.
count out. What did you say?
Yeah.
40?
So we're doing it digitally.
How
Hold
many?
while my
40?
computer fucking loads.
49.
49 d10? Good lord.
Oh my god, it's still rolling. Oh my god, it's thinking so hard, you guys. 274 points of fire damage. Fuck this guy in particular.
As she just drops like a fucking mini nuke on its head.
Yeah, seriously.
Essentially.
What happens
Yep,
is I-
essentially.
What happens is I take a look.
Airstrike.
I like as this thing pops up next to me, and I have this kind of like staggering moment. I take a look at him and I look at everything around us and go, "Well, if it really is a dream," and I back up a little ways and I go, "Let's see what we can do." As I place a little piece of phosphorus in my hand and bring my hands together in like a strong clap, releasing them in its direction, causing the clouds to form and broil in with this like red lightning almost as what look like literal asteroids come down and hit him one after another.
And
Fucking
it's like
fiery inferno.
it hits it like the first few that hit him, like he's reacting to, and by the time like the next few start hitting, there is so much fire you don't see him anymore. It's literally just fire. He is in the inferno, and it just goes off. Just it is 6 full seconds. Like it takes so long that you're like, is that gonna stop? It's still go like just like asteroids hitting it.
Does anyone have
eruptions within
marshmallows?
it.
So
And it
the first time in Sado's life, he gets like a visible tan from this explosion going off in front of him.
yeah. Yes, there is just dream radiation.
And
You are
he's
like,
he's only tanned the front side of his body. Like the back is still, yeah.
yep. You're like, this is what it would feel like to get burned alive. And so this raging inferno goes off. And as the fire, as this 5 seconds, 6 seconds, it finally, and the fire, it doesn't dissipate. It like furls inward and tightens around and envelops this guy to the point that you can see his form finally within all of this, but it is just fire. But that smirk is still on his face as he looks at Will in particular and says, I appreciate that more than you could possibly imagine. And as he's saying imagine, this is as the fire is finally... And the word imagine doesn't complete as the way you've seen a campfire do it. The flames just...
As the flames like dissipate, I look at it and go, "You were saying?"
He was, but he's not... He was, but
I
he's
guess
not
I can't
anymore.
hear you over the sound of my fire in your face.
No, Lord.
Ah, amazing. GM layer. He's gone.
How much overkill was that, DM?
I'll tell you after stream
Okay.
for
The
reasons.
answer is it gave him 274 hit points for later.
Meg, I'm gonna need you to turn off your DM brain for a second, Meg.
Shit.
Means I made our shit harder later.
You should call it non-lethal fire.
Non-lethal asteroid fire.
Can I non-lethally shove a meteor up this motherfucker's ass? So you've decimated, you've diminuted, you've absolutely obliterated. Not even
Vaporized.
look a little bit. Huh?
Vaporized.
Vaporize. I apologize, Prince. You have vaporized.
Fuck.
Oh my
I
fucking
will
god,
take-
is she fucking dead?
Mhm. I'm going to take disadvantage on all of my rolls, mostly because there's no more combat. But
Yeah. Huh?
you guys, you know you're in a dream. If you want to continue any conversations or anything here, you can.
Slightly disappointed.
Why?
How,
Oh, because it's about to be my turn. I was about to do a 7th level cult lightning on his ass.
how do we leave? If that thing was waiting for us and it's gone now, why are we still here? Any ideas? Anyone?
Simple answer is it's not gone. Or if you lift an anchor in a ship, the ship doesn't immediately start to move. You need to find the wind and fill the sails.
Can't we just wake up?
Give it a shot.
Ash
Okay.
actually can, and he knows that because he knows the original, like when he got pulled in at first. I do love the idea though that Cash hears you have to wait for the wind, and so he casts Gust.
Can you let me speak? Cause
Like shit, damn it!
I was literally thinking about that.
You were same brain energying it. It's fine. You just zoned it across the world.
I'm gonna
Across the
retract
distance.
that. Cash, you're next up in initiative. Is there anything you'd like to do? Okay, I do have to hang on.
I'd like
This
to
is the
cast
second.
Gust.
This is the second time I've done this to you, Zach, and I want to doubly actively apologize because I did this in the last Halloween episode. You were the last one up against the Chronophore, and you wanted to have that moment, and I screwed it up, and I did it again here, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, cast Gust, basically do like make it into like a whirlwind around the party.
I love it.
Or through the party.
Yeah. So as you
There's
yeah,
no
as
place
you
like
cast
home.
Gust- you essentially, yeah, you kind of airbender. You kind of pull in the winds from the shadows between the trees, and the wind just sort of gently swirls in and kind of whirlwinds around, and it's catching everybody's clothes, and you kind of the fire, the last of the fire of what disappears is carried off, and the campfire at first it doesn't have any effect on the campfire, but then as you sort of apply the fact that you're like, this is a dream, I chose to be here, fully chose to be here on my own, and I can end it, that wind starts swirling in on that fire and the campfire, and it gets smaller and it gets smaller, and eventually it winks out, and Cash wakes up in the tavern, in the saloon, in his room, and Sado wakes up on the table in the dining room of the saloon, and Prince wakes up next to him.
I'm
And
not gonna try to wake up yet. I'm gonna wait for everybody to get out.
okay, so Will sees. Yep, you see each person. Sort of, it's that weird moment where they don't blink out, but they're not there anymore, and it's that weird sensation of like, well, no, they weren't here. I just sort of remember them being here, and so I think Cash is second to last to disappear from your view because he's the one doing the spell. So Prince disappears, Kahlan disappears, Devin disappears, Sado disappears, and then Cash kind of is like, "I'm not gonna say anything because I fucking take something else from him now." See you on the other side of the war.
I want to turn to trouble before I wake up.
Okay.
I don't want to look at the little fucking thing and say, I know you're not here. I know this version of you is less real than the other that they're looking for. They so desperately want to get back to you. What makes you so special?
Mascot, mascot, mascot.
You went, damn it, you went tinny on my side. What was it? The last thing you said, the great thing. I know it was great.
What makes you so special?
Very good. Amazing. She continues being dead.
Well, we'll see what we can do. But my powers are semi-limited. Very well. And then I'll wake up.
And I think you were in the dining room too, right at the bar.
Yep.
Yeah. I think also, so nobody died. Everybody got a long rest. Everybody is fully reloaded. Prince, you feel like you daydreamed. Like you don't feel like you fell asleep because you can't fall asleep anymore. You don't fall asleep. So you weren't sleeping. You were essentially daydreaming and having answered that tether got pulled into Sado's dream.
Oh, that
And
was weird. Nah.
so Cash is in the room. What's Cash doing as he wakes up?
I really need to stop drinking before bed.
Note to self: almond milk before not sleeping gives you weird dreams.
Almond quantum milk, weird, just fucking weird.
I had this weird dream, and you were there, and you were there.
And Laz is
Oh my god, where's my dog?
Laz is sitting at the table with you guys, right? He's kind of like, I think he was probably reading. Does he have one? Yeah, he was reading, and you guys kind of pop, and he's like, "This is why I did the potion of watchful rest." You guys were like, at one point, you were like twitching, like Prince, you were twitching like you were chasing something.
uh, th- uh, uh, that okay. She just like gets embarrassed.
Oh, it's okay. It's all right. No, it's fine. Uh, Prince, I heard a. Is Cash
No,
heading
I didn't.
downstairs? Okay.
Yeah, I guess I can.
Okay. So yes, you're heading downstairs, and you hear it's not ruckus, but like you hear discontent, and people around you. There are other patrons and whatnot, kind of moving down that hallway, coming in and out of rooms and whatnot. As you come down the stairs, and everybody down in the dining room, and Laz knows because he's been awake. Um, there's a tension, and people are kind of on edge. And, like everybody, almost everybody. And like at one point, there's a couple people that are like trying to get food, and they're like trying to jostle for a space to like order food, and like one of them shoves, and they almost come to blows, and the bartender's like, "Hey, none of that in here, none of that in here. If you want a fist fight, you go down to Spades. They have an entire arena for exactly that sort of thing." Um, but yes, all most of the patrons is everyone's a little bit on edge.
So there's a brawl house.
Hmm.
I said, so there's a brawl house.
But is a brawl floor at a particular location, yes.
Okay.
So, did we all just have the same weird dream?
I mean, I assume you did. Will, is that a normal thing here? Like everybody dreams together?
Not really. I mean, I've heard of it before, but not really seen it.
The team that dreams together schemes together. No, I'll workshop.
If we could not be, threatened with bodily harm in our dreams from now on, that'd be better. I did not enjoy that.
Cash hasn't had coffee or. Well, sorry, there you go.
No, go ahead.
Cash hasn't had coffee or whiskey yet, and he's not dealing with the other patrons' shit, so calm emotions.
Oh, beautiful. Nice. Nice. I'm not rolling all those saves. We're going to assume that 2/3 of them fail the save. It works on a good 2/3 to 3/4 of them. You get your coffee. Do you want, now the bartender, do you want coffee and whiskey?
You know what? Yes. And a side of bacon and eggs.
I do know what. He actually works at a bridge way out of town. Nah, don't worry about it. You'll find out eventually. Kahlan, you wake up from this bizarre communal dream. There is not a displacer beast curled up next to you. You still have, you still have the thing across your horns because you kind of forgot to take it off. When you take that off, your animated shield has a very curious expression. Like it's confused. Like, everything okay?
I stare at it for a moment. How long do those candles that are lit, do they melt like a normal candle?
Yes. The one specifically, the anterns are designed for long rest, so they last the equivalent of 10 hours. In this place, 10 hours long rest because the day is 30 hours long. It's 8 hours. It's a long rest.
So I pretty much wake up when the light like flickers back on.
Right. Yeah. The light's cutting through your.
Okay. I guess she's gonna get up and head downstairs to meet up with the others.
Cool. As you get to the top of the stairs, and you're picking up some tension, and then at some point you kind of feel this a little bit of a wash of like some of the tension goes away because Cash downstairs just cast calm emotions. Roll perception in that hallway.
Oops. 12.
12 beats a 10. So you hear behind you, because you hear a bunch. You hear some doors opening. You hear this one door open just as you pass it. Open, close. And you hear a couple of footsteps. And the same way that Cash knows the difference between one mind and another mind, in the same way that you can differentiate the sound of one person's footsteps from another without seeing them, these footsteps sound familiar. And then you hear a gasp behind you. And you hear a voice. Absolutely no roll necessary. Because you recognize this voice. It's been a very long time since you've heard it through your ears. You've been hearing it inside your head for a while. But you hear a voice just say, Kahlan? And that's where we're going to end this session.
Ah.
Fuck you. Fuck you very much.
You're all absolutely spectacular humanoids.
Oh my gosh.
Do we want to talk about the thing you beat up on stream or off stream? Because there's fun to be had with it.
Off.
Oh dear.
You know what? Do you want to save that for the next DM talk show?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Nice. Very cool.
absolutely.
Sweet.
Holy
You're
shit.
amazing. I kept it under 3 hours. Yes.
Good, good,
You are
good.
all spectacular. Yes. And I'm
So
sure
are you.
everything's fine. Ah, yeah.
Yeah, everything's totally fine. Will totally didn't just like absolutely fuck us. It's fine.
Oh
What
my
else
god,
is new?
dude. Will is a fucking absolute
That was incredible.
beast. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Why do you think
Amazing.
I asked before telling you what the spell was?
Yep.
Amazing.
Yep. Let me take a quick look at the schedule here because there are things afoot. A
There are
hand,
things
an
afoot.
elbow, a foot, a hand, an elbow. Okay, so there is potentially, I will not be DMing it, but there is a charity one shot in the works with some TikTok creators for hurricane relief. That's going to be in the next couple of weeks. They're looking at currently November 8th. I believe that's a Friday. We I don't know if we're going to be back for Mountain of Mystery next week because I think we've got some players unable to make it. Um, and I think I have fully finally exhausted my ability to push and push and push and push back the story with other stuff. So we'll be here. We'll probably run some one shots or like run a one shot next week and possibly for the next few weeks, and we'll figure that out.
Mm-hmm. It's hard with the holidays. I mean, everybody's got different schedules and trips planned and things. So yeah.
Is there a behind the screen on November 1st, Tiff?
Yes, there will be.
Sweet.
Awesome. So All Saints Day, DM talk show, and
All
then
Saints Day, let's bring on the devils.
There
that's
you
right.
go.
Ooh, All Sinners Day.
Fantastic.
One shot.
New
One
holiday.
One
Let's
shot
go.
with like a. One shot with
I'll
like a
go
full
hide under a
tiefling party.
rock.
One shot with what was it, Zack?
A full tiefling party.
Yes. What'd you say, Jinma?
I said I'll go hide under a rock.
Ooh, a scavenger hunt! Yay!
Yes.
I don't know if Dwayne
So
would
what I'm
appreciate
hearing
that.
is, what I'm hearing is, so you are like Dwayne Johnson's egg. He has to, and then he'll hatch you.
I hate the
So what I
fact
mean,
that my brain called the all tiefling team the Amen.
we're doing it.
That's
Yes,
fantastic.
yes. Our
Absolutely.
influence.
And our goal
That
is
is
to
amazing.
find Sado. Or Jinma.
Well,
Yep.
don't invite
Sado.
Prince because she can never find him.
Well, I was gonna say Sado or any one of Jinma's characters. We could find Gondra. We could find Basa. We could find Juan. We could find we'll make this work.
Draven.
There was one version where Gondra. There was one shot where Gondra died. You know what? Maybe we'll do the search for Abakir one shot. See if we can get Morgan in, because I have a story for that. But
I mean, he's in the comments.
yeah, well, Morgan, we'll see next Saturday potentially. If you're available, we'll grab a few more people and we'll be good to go. I don't
yeah.
have my script up, but thank you all for partaking in and bearing witness to the mechanical chaos that I put these poor unfortunate souls through. You will see us when you see us. You will hear us when you hear us. And until then, may all of your rolls be crits of any kind.
Also, if you hear us before you hear us, you might want to get that checked.
Yeah. Start at the ear, nose, and throat doctor, and then work your way to a psychiatrist.
There you go.
Have good dreams, no nightmares.
I was gonna say go the other way.
Fair.
Bye.
Good
Okay,
night,
bye.
everybody. Is night still here?